Hey guys, welcome back to The Spot, and we have been joined by our guest of the day. She is a beautiful actress and singer. It's Adesuwa and my naturalista sister.
Amen, sister.
You are, yes, she was our eye candy of the week a while ago.
Yeah,
you were eye candy on the show.
Really?
Yes.
So we're just looking at you.
She didn't even watch it.
Up
She's
and down.
No. Well,
See how
I
we get
didn't
no
know.
love.
waste of eye candy.
Like, I didn't know now if I...
A whole 9 minutes we just talking about.
In fact, 9 minutes.
Yes.
Oh, wow, I feel very special.
So give us a thank you speech.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank you guys. You have been so great.
Thank you.
Mama, I made it.
Yeah.
You know, it's been awesome.
So this singer part now, tell us about it.
Okay, I've been singing for as long as I can remember.
To yourself or to people?
Well,
I'm just
to
joking.
start off with, I used to do it in the bathroom, you know,
Okay.
and
Everybody
at
starts
church.
there.
We all do, yeah.
And at church, I was part of the choir for about 10 years. Yeah, so that was good. My mom's a pastor.
Oh.
So, yeah. So,
Hi, mommy.
Hi, mommy. So, I did that for quite a bit, but I never really thought it was something that I'd want to do. But then I studied musical theatre, and then you get to sing and act at the same time, and that is just pure bliss, you know.
So
are
I
you
saw
like-
you in Saro.
Thank you.
yeah.
And you did an awesome job.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you, thank you.
So are you, with the singing, would you like to be an artist? Like, would you like to release music and stuff like that?
I would have said no before because I just don't think that I didn't used to think that I was good enough for music, but the truth is that you'd never feel like you're good enough anyway. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, if you have it, it's for a reason. If you have the talent, so you might as well use it.
Yeah.
So I am looking to do something.
Have you
Don't
Very
jazzy,
soon.
don't jazzy. Come.
Very soon. Hi, Don Jazzy. What up? So I am looking to do something soon. I have gotten someone to write me something, and
girl,
hopefully,
exclusive
yay,
on the spot.
hopefully exclusive on the spot.
Yeah.
So hopefully, but before the end of the year,
cool.
people might hear it. Might. But when I'm ready, Sha. So
That's very good. That's very good. I was going to ask because we've talked about talent and whatever on the show a lot, and how do you know you have a talent? If you think you can sing, how do you find out if it's not just in your head? You know, I think it was you were talking about. You must have that one friend or family member who would like, girl, go back to school.
This is not for you.
Do you have that person or those people who made you say, you know what, you should actually do this?
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. So many people were always in my ear about singing, about acting. I've always wanted to do it, but you know, there's this fear. I think maybe it's a fear of failure to start off with, first of all. And you know, when you're really young and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, you can't go to your parents and be like, hey, daddy, I want to be an actor. Like, of all the things
That's the homework
you
for
know,
today.
you know, like I started off going the medicine route.
Okay.
So it was a shock to the parents. Well, not to everyone else that was really, really close to me, but my parents, when I told them I wanted to go into acting, my mom was completely supportive. My dad was like, you want to what?
Oh dear.
But I'd switched before I even told him. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
There
that
was no going back.
Yeah, and I was in the UK and he was here, so my life was so much easier. I was like, yeah, you're far anyways. So,
You can't do that right now.
You know, so then I just started doing it, and when he started to see how the reception was, he kind of took to it. He's like, yeah, that's my daughter.
It always takes them
You know?
to see the
Yeah.
physical benefit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
When it's an idea, it's difficult for them
It's
to grasp.
exactly.
It. When they see, they're like,
Exactly.
not bad now.
But once you start doing it and they see what you're doing and
It's a little
they
more.
see the
They start to
reception,
get it.
yeah, they start
Let's
to
talk
get
about
it.
the acting now, because we're talking singing. How's that going?
It's going really well. I've been really blessed. I came back to Nigeria in 2012. I did my first film in 2013. So I've only been doing film for about a year and a bit. I'm theatre trained. Was never in front of a camera till 2013.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
everything I learnt for film I learnt on set here.
And it was an MMA song movie, right?
It was
Yeah.
Knocking Heaven's Door,
Yeah.
and I'm a bit of an information. I don't want to say whore in case that comes.
Junkie?
Information junkie.
I went to school.
Thanks, brother. So I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of researching. So I think that's helped a lot as well.
Okay.
And obviously working while you're on set and learning
Yeah,
things.
you
You absorb everything that's around you. So that has really helped me so far. I've been in a couple of films, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Brave, got a movie out now. Came out yesterday. It's called Falling.
Congratulations.
A soldier story, you know, with Zainab. Last Giddy Cops, that's coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm so
My character
intrigued.
is not like anything I've ever played before. So I'm really excited about that.
What's she like?
She is a complete tomboy.
Oh.
Very sassy. She's known as the chameleon in the group. She's the one that does all the undercover work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I got to play about 8
Different
different
people.
people
That's
within the season. So that was very rewarding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you were trained as for stage, like you
Yes.
said, but you're not doing TV or
And film.
films and all of that.
Yeah.
Was the transition, was it easy? Are they really two different things?
You see, because even when I came back, I started off with stage. I did a lot of stage. And I used to think, if you do stage now, film, TV,
Yeah,
not just
things,
put a
like,
camera in
no,
front,
give me a camera, let's do it. No. No, you know, it's a completely different world. It's a completely different ball game.
Yeah.
But it's also very tasking. Discipline, it requires a lot of discipline. And with acting, everything's big on stage.
Yes.
Everything's big. You're
Voice.
larger than life.
Yeah.
With film, try it and you see how ugly your face will look. When you're trying, you know, I had to learn a lot. You have to internalize a lot with film. But with stage, everything's external.
Yeah.
So it's very different, I have to say, but the reward, I think, is
Which do you
pretty much
prefer?
the same. Oh, Jesus, they keep asking me this question.
You want to think about it?
See,
Why are you looking nervous?
No, we can't help you answer the question.
Exactly.
so Zainab, how's life?
All right, let's take a
Right.
break. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to find out what Adesuwa's answer is to that question.
Oh dear,
and then
dear.
we're facing our topic of the day. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back, guys. Before the break, we did ask Adesuwa a not so burning question.
We're back to that.
Yes.
Oh,
I know you said you hated the question, and I think it's a very generic question to ask. But I mean, I think he has an answer.
I love both.
Both what?
'Cause
Stage and...
I love both stage and film
If
because
screen.
somebody held a gun to your head and said, you need to choose one that you would do for the rest of your life without doing any other one, which one would come to your mind first?
does the gun have bullets?
Yes, it has bullets. Real bullets. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, she said a gun, but no one...
silver-tipped bullets, if you really want to be specific about it.
Theatre.
I thought you said
I thought you'd say
There
that
you
as
go.
well. I mean, it's not even about picking one over the other. It's what you're trained in. So it's probably what you...
Yeah,
have
everything is.
grown
There's
to
something
love.
about being live in the moment.
Yeah.
I've
It's-
seen you
it's
a
an
lot,
amazing
so
feeling.
I can agree that you're very good at it.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I saw you when you were upcoming.
We're working, you know,
Yeah.
our way up. Oh, cool.
So
cool.
if you placed back then, and now you are, you know,
Tableau.
are tapping into her glory.
I'm tapping into yours, mate.
It's time now for our topic of the day, and today we're talking the faith in fate.
the
Faith
in
fate.
So
Fate.
fate, F-A-T-E, when you have faith in it, pretty much, or when
Yeah.
you're putting
Faith and faith.
faith in fate. Is
don't know if it's-
okay, I guess we start with
definition.
yeah. What is fate to you, Lamide? Okay, Zainab, you're going.
Fate is something that the universe
Conspires to make happen.
conspires and puts together without your control, and it just happens.
Which is why I want to ask now: is it a thing?
Is there such a thing as fate?
As fate.
Yeah, like, is it a thing? Like,
Because
let's say-
fate is pretty much predetermined,
Yeah,
right?
it's like it's supposed to be predetermined, but
Yeah,
out of
like
your
it was
control.
fate that I would
But-
be there this
yeah.
particular time so
Yeah.
that this would happen.
Isn't it just like consequences? I mean, not consequences. Sorry, coincidence.
Are they the same thing?
I don't know.
Because
No.
coincidence is just without the planning part, the universe being involved, and fate gives you this
Yeah.
story,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
I think
deeper kind of.
it depends on the person. So if I went to Istanbul and ran into you at the airport, or ran into somebody at the airport that had been on my mind, for me, I'm like, oh, it's such a coincidence seeing you here. That's so random. But for them, they might be like, it was fate because you were on my mind,
And I needed to
somehow
tell you.
the world just knew that we were supposed to see each other, and
How
this
does
is
the
where
world
we.
know?
That's what I was gonna say.
The
But
vibes you put out. That's what I'm saying. Is
I've been
people
putting out
feel-
bars for money.
They don't care my vibes. Care my vibes.
This is my vibes. Oh, God.
But then, do we think it's fate when it's a
Bad.
situation that isn't special? Most times you would attribute it to
Yeah,
being fate.
yeah.
If it's something,
Yeah.
something
Special,
amazing
intimate.
has happened, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
my God, that must have been fate.
Fate,
But
yeah.
if I
If it
ran
was
into you
something
and you
bad.
didn't give me anything, I'm like,
I saw you at Ebano.
yeah. But if I ran into you and you gave me a check for $1 million,
When you were really like
Needing
down in
it,
the
you
dumps.
know, then
Yeah.
I would say that's fate. So I think
Yeah.
it just
I can tell you that fate probably won't happen. I'll be keeping that check to myself.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're so giving.
I mean, but yeah, I think there's certain types of people. There are people who believe in the universe and karma,
things, yeah.
and just like like when things just happen, and you just don't
Like, I
know,
can't-
like just everything just happens. Like you just put out these vibes, and like stuff just happens, and like
Have you
that's how they
considered
feel. No. I'm just goofy. And then there's some people who are very practical.
Right.
I find that people
Yeah.
who I know who are extremely practical do not believe in fate. That I know. They don't believe in fate. They believe that things happen. Maybe they prayed for it. Maybe it just happened. It was a coincidence.
But
they
then
don't
prayer,
say- they
doesn't
don't
that
say-
kind of like almost like
I would say
type
but
in
then
No,
that
that's-
way?
prayer is faith.
Exactly. I was gonna say that's
Prayer is I
faith.
believe.
So
faith
faith
that
has
this
an
will
element
happen.
of faith.
You
So
see
does
what I
faith have?
mean?
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
have to have faith to believe
Yes,
in faith.
you have to have. I think you have to
I
have
know.
believe in
faith.
faith.
No.
I think it's connected.
I don't.
Faith that there is an element of faith in faith.
Faith,
It
okay.
requires you to believe in the I don't want to say supernatural. Believe in something
something,
that
a
is
higher
something
power.
a higher
Uh-huh,
power, something
uh-huh.
that isn't normal for you to be like, oh, so it's incredible that I'm literally just seeing you here right now. Like
It must have been
something
because
somebody else
engineered it.
right.
like
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
arranged that.
Yeah. I see. I mean, I see your point. I would say, again, it's
just,
it's
yeah.
that whole. So, if if some money came from an unexpected whatever, or a debtor paid years after they had owed money or whatever, I might be like, oh, I've been praying, or there was something that was coming up. There's a project, and I've been praying to God. I've been praying to whoever it is that I worship that. Please make this thing successful. However, you're gonna make it, and then I have the faith that no matter what, this thing might seem like it's not gonna come together, but it comes together.
Right.
So, and then someone just pays this money into your account.
Hey.
Like you'd be like, you'd be like, God
Somebody
made
was
this happen. Somebody was listening to
Just
my
like that.
prayer.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Somebody who believes in chakras and whatever will be like, oh, I burned some sage, I did some this, I did some things, and then that's fate. To
So the
them.
two are almost like intertwined.
Yeah, I think it's also it's how you see it. It can.
Have
be
you
just
had
how
any
see
like
it.
recent fate moments where you felt like, gosh,
Yeah,
Recent.
this is fate?
I have. I mean.
Oh yes, I
random.
have.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
There's a
well,
nice little smile on her face.
She's
She's
like,
like,
You want to share this moment?
yes, you've put yourself inside it now.
What do you do though?
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
I don't. I'm just like they just.
Oh.
No. Don't even do that. Ebuka.
She's blushing. She's blushing.
I'm not blushing. I'm just saying that there's sometimes that you find yourself in certain situations, and if not for those situations, you wouldn't have met certain
Somebody.
people
Yes.
and stuff like that. So
Yes.
I've met some pretty amazing people this year, and I do believe that it was fate.
Yeah.
Or it is.
So that was,
Interesting.
let me try to
Okay.
take you guys back now, because it looks like for me the lines are beginning to blur between fate and coincidence.
No, what's
Because what I believe is that coincidences are not planned, or they don't have anything controlling them. Like
Yeah,
you said,
it
it
just
just
happened.
happens.
Okay.
Like you run into people and it's like, oh,
Fancy meeting you here.
fate is designed to
Yeah.
happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's
I
more.
think fate is almost predestined.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. So.
regardless, it's gonna happen.
So I'm not for me now. Okay, let's say I'm trying to believe in fate. What predetermines? Do you know what I mean? Like you say, the world conspires to make something happen. What is that? What?
We're gonna answer that question right after this break. We'll be right back, guys. See you in a bit. Hi guys, welcome back to The Spot, and we're still hanging out with Adesuwa Itomi, and today we're talking about the faith in fate. Ebuka had a question about what predetermines faith. Fate. I think it's the need that a person has for something, their individual desire. So if I have been down in the rut and I don't have any money and I'm like, I could really do with a breakthrough right now. Somehow that those my thoughts, my desires, and the desperation for that thing gets sent out somewhere, and people are on a laptop and they're like, okay, we have to put a little fate thing together for her. I don't know. And that's how it sort of triggers. So no matter what you see, no matter whether or not one person gives you part of the money or one person gives you $1 million, you're going to channel that and you're going to say, oh, this was the answer to my prayers or my wants and needs. Like, you're going to find one reason or another to say this was fate.
You find a
even
way
though
to
it might
connect
not,
back.
you'll find a way to kind of bring it all home. That's what I think. I don't know.
I think I agree. I have to say I do agree with that.
No way.
Well, we all agree with
I
you.
think this might be the first time.
I don't know how I feel about vibes and
Stuff.
Do you
energy.
believe? That's why I think it's.
That's what
You're
I
a
don't
practical
know that
person.
I am.
feel like you need to like.
You know,
There's a path to things.
because
you.
for me, what I always feel like, if you now say, oh, it's fate, I always feel like if you trace things back, there will be a reason why it happened.
Yeah.
It's
Of
not
course.
just this. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always feel like,
But then the people that believe in fate
Coincidence?
believe
Yes.
that
Yeah.
even
But
when
isn't
you
that the same
trace
thing
it,
with faith?
yeah.
what is it?
Isn't that the same thing with faith? Like,
Yeah, I mean, faith is the belief in things that are unseen.
that are unseen.
You see,
So are you saying
what I'm
faith and fates are the same thing?
I
think
said at the
they're very
beginning that I
intertwined.
believe that there is a connection. I think you do require a little element of faith in order for fate to do what it needs to do.
I know here a lot of times I hear people say, just believe. Somehow, if you believe, he will make it happen. The God you pray to, he will make it happen. So it's almost like we push this idea of so that when anything does happen,
I think-
you just automatically chalk it down to
I think the difference maybe between faith and fate would be, I think with faith, I don't know if it's always, maybe it's not always the case. When you're actually working towards something and believing it will come true,
right?
maybe. But with faith,
You could just sit back,
I don't know if
and then
that's-
literally
Right,
drops in your
right.
lap.
So
That
maybe
actually, I actually like
that
that.
would be a difference.
Yeah.
So you have to do your own part, basically.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah.
sit down and
Yeah.
wait for
And
the
wait for
universe
it.
to come to you.
But fate is, wow, I didn't even apply for this job. I
I
wanted a
looked
job,
at it
sure,
and
They
but,
called me.
you know,
Yeah,
that sort of thing,
Yeah, but
maybe.
is that-
But even that is like,
even that
I
is
don't
like,
know.
I know what you mean.
Don't confuse yourselves. You just gave a good definition. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
but now we're back to like
I think
square
you
one
just again.
with what Ebuka
need
just
to
said.
accept that there are bloodlines between
There
them.
are.
Yeah.
With all
I'm
of
just gonna
them.
be like,
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
but that your definition, I
Yeah.
kind of like. Why I say that is also because I know situations in my life where I've not done anything for
And something just happened.
and then something just happened, and
it
somebody
was
else
great
and it
for
was
you.
great, and it was like,
that has to be fate.
that's, I was like, fate. So I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe I might not even have even prayed for it. Maybe I
Right.
wanted it, but I didn't actively work towards it.
Maybe
but
you
I
didn't
just
even know
like-
you wanted it until you saw it. Like, oh,
and
I
I was
actually
like,
wanted this. thing.
imagine if this hadn't been there, if I hadn't done this at this time, like some things I've traced back to literally, I had an accident one day. If I had been where I was supposed to be at that particular time, something wouldn't have happened. I saw stuff
Yeah.
has happened, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So I
But faith is holding on to whatever
yes,
it is.
like okay,
for
this job
something
I've
you're
applied
working at.
for,
Yeah.
this job I've applied for, I know that there's better candidates, but just do it. You know, like
hope
having
for
faith
what
that you will be
happens.
the one that they
That
will
they
pick,
choose.
even though you
Yeah.
might not be the best,
The
like
best person.
on paper or
Yeah,
whatever for
yeah.
it. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting.
Very
I
interesting.
think we finally got to a place where we're comfortable.
We're like,
That's a good one.
Let's not
Comfortable.
ruin it.
we're not
Nobody
quite
bring
sure.
anything extra.
What else do we talk about? Coincidence? Coincidence
Yes.
is
Yeah.
it just happened. You didn't
Yeah,
plan
It
yeah,
for
doesn't
it.
just
yeah.
happen.
You ran
Like,
to your
And it doesn't have to benefit you
I
anyway.
remember
Just
some.
like, oh.
I remember some horrible coincidences.
They're horrible. They're horrible coincidences sometimes.
You not run into
so.
that one uncle that is like outcast from the family or something like that. Like,
Does your uncle watch?
No, it's not. It's actually not mine. It's actually somebody that I know that was telling me I hadn't seen this person for ages, so we planned to meet up.
Right.
So we met up and we were just walking through this particular like mall, and it had lots of telecom shops. And next thing he hears his name, and he turns and he's like, "Oh, shite," you know. And then like he says hi, whatever. We go, and I was like, "What was that about?" He goes, I literally haven't seen this person for like 15 years.
Oh dear.
And they had like this huge family falling, and he's one of the uncle or the family member was on the wrong side of the battle, you understand? And he literally has not run into this person for 15 years.
Today?
And today, he's like, that's like the worst coincidence ever, because now it's going to become a big family thing. I was like, okay, well, so let's have lunch.
Why did you greet him?
Do you hear about people that like with situations like 9/11? You know, you hear about people that
was
a dude, he was going to start a job and his shoe was really hurting and he had a sore, so he stopped by a shop to get a plaster
and
for the back of his foot, and he just about missed that. So what would that be? Fate? Coincidence?
Because I have faith in God, I'm going to call that fate. I'm going to say that that was predestined.
To take him out.
I'm not going to call that a coincidence. But another person might just be
But so what is? And people when
it's
tragedies.
I really hate English.
When it's tragedy,
because the lines is so.
You should just keep one of the words. Is it fate or is it fate?
Why did they invent all this word? Just say use one. Let's move on.
It would have made life so much easier.
I don't think that that's really how the English language works. Like it doesn't work.
Now, with this explanation now,
there's millions of people, billions of people.
With this explanation now, I can see faith, coincidence.
I can as well. I can see all three, and that's why I asked.
Jazz. I can see
jazz.
Ebuka just like reached.
But yeah, I think with tragedy, a lot of times, especially with tragedy and with romance, we see it a lot, and that word is used a lot.
I think it's used also to help
them a lot.
I think it's also used to help cope.
Yes,
coping
it's a coping
mechanism.
mechanism. Definitely, you're like, oh well, it was fate that I was saved because I have a bigger plan, and then but then to me, I'm like, so the people that died like 2 weeks after.
A lot of people call death fate.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about something that's predestined,
he was supposed to die.
I guess it's his time, his fate, you know.
Well, it is about time actually for us to take another break. When we come back, we still have more. I don't know if we're still going to be talking about this topic because we are exhausted right now. But you guys let us know what you think, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back to the spot, guys. We have been talking about the faith in fate.
We have.
And we've been a bit confused about it, so we'll take.
I think that we should
sorry. Okay.
probably get into the social media stuff.
Yes, let's do. So we do something called social media roundup, and that's where we just see what people
take comments and questions.
Say. Comments and questions about us. So, So this is from Vanny B _, or aka Hajia Aisha, and she said every time Lamide.
Oh, sorry, wait. Because Vanny B is like this artist who's like, and there's Hajia Aisha. I didn't see the transition coming.
His name is Vanny B _, yeah. And she says every time Lamide and Zainab come for each other, I can't help but laugh. Great show.
You all need to stop fighting.
I don't think that we come for each other. I think we just have a unique relationship.
We're just very
like
witty and
Don't push it.
competitive.
Do you want me
Don't
to come
push
for
it.
you right
Both
now?
of you should come for Ebuka.
I could do that. Oh, we do that all the time. That's just like that's breakfast.
Okay. And then Zubidoo, aka Miss
Zubidoo.
Mama. Zubidoo, like XUBY. Zubidoo.
That was actually my friend.
Oh really?
Okay.
She's actually a huge fan of the show.
Hi, Miss Mama. What's
I
her
think
real
she's
name?
in Kano.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's in Kano.
She says, Ebuka and Lamide, you need to stop trolling Zainab. We don't troll her. She deserves everything she gets. Just kidding.
Hey, Zubidoo. Thanks for watching. Gather your friends. They should keep watching. Number 1 show in Kano, man. Too bad.
Wow.
Okay. All right. And we also have from Nkechi Ose. I don't know if it's Osehale or Osegale. And she says, the spot, love the show, love the simplicity, love you guys. Lamide, you're a brain. Ebuka, fine boy. Zainab, pretty you. LOL.
Wow.
Well, Ebuka,
I am not
so you're
taking
not
that.
a brain.
Why now?
I am more than my face.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, your beauty is more than an empty calabash. That's a proverb. It's a proverb. It's an African proverb that beauty is more than
No, Zainab, you just threw shade.
That's great. Wow. And the final one, Ebuka. Hey, I hope I don't get into trouble for this one now. It's from that_girl_bread. AKA Google Nosipo. Nosipo.
What is happening?
And she says, watching the spot because of Ebuka. Even though I know you're taking gentle brother, but a girl can dream. Love from SA.
Don't let them catch you.
I'm taking.
No,
Did
you not
Your
try
boy.
my ring?
What is it?
If you like it, you should have.
That's what he was going for.
Do you have any questions or comments for us?
No, I think the show is great.
I
think
You're
you're
saying that now because
No, I'm serious.
Why are
I'm
you
serious.
always lying?
No.
Why you all
Is it
Okay,
is
okay.
that like your song?
We actually have every season. We have a thing like it's either a
Something
slogan,
that says-
a song, or
Something.
something.
Then
So
we-
this
then we
one is
overdo it and
why
we're just like-
you're
That's
lying.
time. Now we don't do it ever again. Remember when we were so obsessed with I was waiting for you at the door.
or murder.
Merda.
Have you guys done Bye Felicia?
No, we haven't.
I actually never did it.
Bye,
Bye
Titi.
Faluke.
Bye, Titi.
No, bye Faluke.
Faluke.
Yeah, it has to be Faluke. Like it has to be an F name.
Bye, Faluke.
Zainab. Oh, you're not
I'm
with
sorry.
it. Okay.
She's just like, what's wrong with you?
Sorry, so
working
any
out
other
the
comments
nuts
apart
and
from
fruit.
like maybe lack of mental capacity right
No,
now?
I think you guys are great. I think the show's great. I think
What would
you
you
should
change
keep doing
about
what
it?
you're doing. What would I change about the spot?
Speak carefully.
No, speak freely.
I think the spot is amazing as it is.
Hey.
My dear wisdom is possible to
Textbook.
direct.
Yes,
I think it's great. And it's very entertaining. And you guys are very funny, and you're smart too, so it helps.
Even though you didn't watch your I Candy episode.
It would be nice if I had known.
That's the whole idea. It's supposed to surprise you,
Well, like I'm on set and stuff now.
and stuff.
And
That's
still-
turves.
And stirs.
Turves.
But no, it was great.
Okay.
Great. Thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun.
You're not going.
I'm
You're
not
not
going.
going.
You're still here. Wait,
Wow,
don't worry. You
whoa.
still have a few more minutes.
Okay.
Don't rush.
Well,
don't
I
rush,
should
don't
run.
rush. Don't rush.
Where is the Wawoo thing from? Is
I have
it-
no clue.
I don't know. I just liked it.
Well, I've infected everyone I've come in contact with that word. Wow.
Yeah.
Wawoo.
He's such
Because
a
sometimes wow is not enough.
wow is just not
Wow.
enough. People do things
You
and
know?
you're like, wow,
Wow.
Wow.
What
You
about Wayi?
No.
No.
Don't ruin
No.
it.
What is wrong with you?
No, Ebuka, this is a serious conversation.
Okay.
No, not why you know.
It was fate. No, I'm just kidding. And what are you doing?
We're right back to fate and fate. I'm not even going to indulge you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
Okay, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when we come back, we'll talk more about all your projects you're looking forward to coming up soon, and then if you have money to give us,
Okay.
we'll also find out.
Okey-dokey.
So we'll see you guys in just a moment. Please stay with us. All right, welcome back, guys. You're still watching the sports, and Adesuwa is still here, about to round up our discussion. And we're going to finish off now with her personal life. In her personal life, don't worry.
My heart
She took a deep breath.
skipped a bit.
Let's talk about the movie Falling now. How were you a part of it, and what is it about?
I played the lead female in Falling. Her name is Munachi. And it basically follows her journey. She's in a relationship, newly married, and her husband has an accident that leaves him comatose for a couple of months, for a very long time. So this just follows her on her emotional journey on whether to pull the plug, like listen to everyone that's telling her to do it, or hang on. And there are a couple of twists and turns along the way, and it was very rewarding. I shot that film for 10 days. And it was such an emotional roller coaster.
That seems like, ooh,
It was,
packed tight.
I can't even explain how intense it was.
Explain. Sorry.
Did you just break into song?
You did.
Mid
Sorry.
It's just like
why?
that is, it was
It was a
pinching
deep
him.
moment.
Why?
And you just added
Like
whiskey.
why, you know? So yes, I would implore everyone to please watch it. It's amazing. And then I was part of Mtv Shuga. And that's how.
I saw you kissing boys.
Hey, you know what?
One thing
Can I
that-
just say something?
Yeah, you're always kissing people.
Yes,
You are the
always.
kisser. You're not the one kisser.
What's his name, Mr.
Sorry, give me a second. Give me a second.
The episode just started. I just looked at else what kiss. I said,
Can I just say
You're just
something?
scratching
Yeah,
lips.
that's
That's
it.
great.
Do I make you nervous?
You make me nervous for some certain reason. What do you mean by I always kiss?
Well,
Can I just say something? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead then.
An actor lends herself or himself
Lend
or her
herself.
lips, you know, to
The role,
you
yes.
know.
Yeah.
For its
And,
success.
and can I just say that the director is God on set, so whatever he says pretty much goes, and then the
But then
script writer too.
Adesuwa, when they told you to stop kissing, when they called cut, you were still kissing.
They used to kiss you.
Hey,
It's word on the street.
That's what I'm saying.
I was not.
That's what we had.
If you guys are going to start talking about kissing now, fall in it.
Hey, I saw
Really?
a screen grab. I was like, what's happening here?
Who were you kissing? I thought you were saying. I thought you
Your
was
husband was
comatose.
comatose.
Go
to
see
watch
the
it.
movie.
You need to show so people that are in coma don't deserve love.
Eh?
Wait.
You give them hugs, you give them cuddles, you know.
You peck them, you don't kiss.
You give them shaves, you know. Make sure that he's okay. Give him a peck on the lip, you know.
Yeah.
What about the other
Things
guy?
that. Which other guy? Go watch the movie, Zainab. Go watch the movie. So yeah, MTV Shuga as well.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And my character Sheila is the ride or die, you know.
She's that girl.
Aboboku.
Yes.
See, I don't know if you know what that means. Like,
Yeah,
I will
Aboboku,
follow
yeah.
my husband and die.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Ruth.
That's a very
She's a
deep
Ruth.
role though, and I keep imagining in real life if they were if people found themselves in that situation, how they would handle it.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you're HIV negative and you're in love with someone who's positive, and you
positive.
still want to be with them. Like
Yeah.
that's
I mean, it
deep.
happens.
I think it happens, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
because of
but
all the
it's-
stereotypes in people's heads,
yeah,
and
it's a
it's
tough
almost
thing.
it's very rare to
That's
find
why we're
that
trying
it would-
to like inform, like,
that it's doable.
you know, it's very doable, and trying to sensitize people or desensitize whatever about HIV, because most people don't have information, and being on the show, I learned so much that made me realize that, you know what, this thing that we keep like it's
taboo
not
is
it's not,
not-
you
yeah,
know,
not
it's
anymore.
not
It's not a death sentence.
Yeah, not
You know,
anymore.
you can be on your AZTs, and it gets to a point where your T cells are so low that you is it high? Which one?
No, I
when
think-
is bad?
I
Is
think,
it low?
I think it's low.
Yes.
But, you know, yes.
That you can't infect
Anyone,
someone else.
yeah.
But it's still in your system, yes, but you can't infect. But people don't have this
That-
information,
yeah,
you know, they just think,
knowledge.
AIDS, I'm dead.
The education it's going to be hard.
Yes.
You
Because
need to be
even a lot of
consistent.
institutions,
Consistent.
a lot of institutions won't marry you people.
Uh-huh.
If they find out one is,
Yeah.
they would say no, we're not going to
Yeah.
do it because they believe. I mean, you're going to kill this person.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
It might be a matter of choice. even.
MJ's wife is, what's his name? Magic Johnson's wife is still very happy.
Yes.
Still very, yeah.
Yes.
And robust.
Yeah.
And
And then, I
shiny.
mean, nowadays,
Shiny.
even things like mother to child transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one has
I
always
mean,
been.
it's so,
You know,
it's so
technology
amazing
is
what we've
just-
been able to do with
it's advanced
technology,
so
and
far.
Technology and
medicine.
medicine.
So I'm like, why can't we found the key already? It's like,
Yeah.
You know what?
if all of these things have
That's
been
something else
prevented-
that if we start talking about, I don't know that I believe that there's
No
no
cure.
cure.
because
Maybe
all of
it's
these
really
things.
expensive. I don't know, or something.
Okay, so it's
I
not
mean,
I
widely
don't
Okay, let's
believe-
not start any
I have a-
I'm
conspiracies.
sorry. I'm
I
just
have
like
that whole
I have that in my mind
wider
as well.
institution argument about why there aren't certain cures in place that possibly could be in place, because
Yeah.
it's a cycle, it's a business. Once you get a cure, the cost of that, the detriment to the inventors and whatever, and they lose out on, it's a financial thing. So
Yeah.
I'm like one
conspiracy
of those really,
theories.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we're gonna have to discuss
Yeah.
all of that away
Some
from
other
here
time.
because it's actually time for us to go.
Oh, man.
But thank you, Adesuwa, for coming through. It's been a
Thanks for
fun
having
show.
me. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you, you guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.